Hey, my wealth family, what's going on? Listen, I want you to think about something. I was thinking about this. Fear runs most people's money decisions. Fear of missing out when prices shoot up, fear of losing everything when they fall, fear of looking dumb, fear of starting too late, fear of starting at all. Like most people don't start because of fear. And that fear doesn't just show up in trading or investing, it shows up everywhere. Okay. When you hesitate to start a business, when you stay stuck in a job you hate, when you tell yourself, maybe I'll do this next year, right? That fear will creep up in every area of your life. But imagine if you understood that almost every financial mistake you've ever made was born from fear, not from lack of knowledge. And what if you could train yourself or your mind to stay calm and not cold, but calm, even when the market of life gets chaotic? Okay. That's what I want to share with you today. I want you to understand how to master your emotions so money can finally follow your discipline instead of your doubt. Now, a quick reminder, this is not financial advice. Actually, it's mental advice. But I want to say that I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to buy, hold, or sell. I'm not telling you how to think financially. Talk to your financial advisor. Everything I'm sharing is for educational purposes only. I'm only sharing my experiences and what has helped me and tons of other people build wealth without losing their peace of mind. And if you want to have these honest conversations about, wealth and mindset, hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed so that you do not miss the next one. I'm dropping videos all throughout the week to help you think sharper, move smarter, and build wealth the healthy way, because there is an unhealthy way to do things. Okay. Now, I want you to understand what is running the show for most people. Fear is the one thing that makes smart people act foolish. I'm going to say that again. Fear is the one thing that makes smart people act foolish. I know that there's people who sell right before a rebound, hold cash through the biggest bull runs, or stay in toxic jobs because they're scared of the unknown. And they call it being cautious, y'all, but really it is fear wearing a responsible outfit. Okay. Fear is not something that's always as obvious. Sometimes it just whispers. It's small. Wait a little longer. Play it safe. Maybe next time. And that whisper has kept people more broke than bad investments ever will. It has. In the markets, fear wears two faces. One is FOMO and one is FOLO. That's fear of missing out and fear of losing out. Both pull you in opposite directions, but they lead to the same place, and that is bad decisions. Think about this. If prices are running, you rush in because you're scared you're going to miss your shot. Yeah, I only got one shot, right? And then when prices drop, you bail out because you're scared to lose what you just put in. Okay. It's an emotional ping pong, and every single bounce is going to cost you your money and your peace, your money and your peace. And the truth about this is that the wealthy feel fear too. Don't think they don't. All right. Don't think wealthy people don't feel fear. They have just learned how to not let it drive. That's the difference. They let fear inform them, not control them. And once you start doing that, you're going to stop being reactive and you're going to start being very, very strategic. This is a skill set. And you got to understand how to think differently about this, because wealthy people think differently about it. One of the biggest misconceptions out there is that wealthy people don't feel fear. They do. Again, they just manage it differently. See, most people think that the goal is to never feel fear again. But I'm not saying that. That's actually impossible. Fear is a part of being human. It's not the emotion that runs you, it's the reaction. That's what you got to think about. The difference is that when you have a wealthy mindset, you are more trained to treat fear like data and not direction. So when fear shows up, you don't say, oh no, something's wrong. You say, what is this feeling trying to teach me? What is it trying to explain to me? What is it trying to reveal to me? That's the difference between being emotionally reactive and being emotionally intelligent. And listen, emotional intelligence is the hidden currency of wealth. You want to learn how to build emotional intelligence. Now, I can't promise you that you can build your IQ, but I can promise you that you can build your EQ, because as you build your emotional intelligence, which again is the hidden currency of wealth, because money doesn't disappear, it transfers. It's always being said, the impatient to the patient, from the emotional to the strategic. And that's why wealthy people don't chase excitement, they chase execution. Okay. They move when things are quiet, not when they're loud. They don't wait for motivation. They start to build systems that keep them moving even when they don't feel like it. Systems are important. Most people want results of wealth, but they don't want the repetition of discipline. They want the lifestyle, but not the logic that built it. And you got to build your wealth on a logic that's sustainable. That's why in every crash, in every bubble that happens, in every emotional moment, the same pattern starts to repeat with people. The emotional gets shaken out, and the discipline build generational wealth, sometimes in silence, right? We don't always, have you ever thought about who the wealthiest people are? You don't always see them out in the forefront. Yeah, there are some billionaires we see out in the forefront, but a lot of them are very quiet. Okay. It's not that those people are even smarter. They have just learned something that most people never practice, and that is to separate their feelings from their framework. When everybody else is reacting, right? They are responding to a plan. And I'm saying this and I'm sharing this because this is how I want you to start reacting. That is what keeps them calm when everybody is chaotic. You have to learn how to build your emotional intelligence through investing. It's like when you're in a storm, if you know how to navigate, you're still getting wet, but you're not drowning. And that's what I'm here to help you to learn how to do. So let's talk about how to actually start rewiring that fear response, because it doesn't just happen overnight. All right. It really don't. This is like training your nervous system to stop reacting and start responding. When it comes to money, your brain's been conditioned for survival, not success. And that's why you flinch when things go down, or you rush when they go up. Your mind is in a place where there's nothing wrong with it. It's just trained to avoid pain and not to pursue opportunity. And so the good news is that you can really reprogram this. You can literally teach your brain to stay calm under pressure. And I'm going to show you how to do that. When I do martial arts, we have to teach ourselves how to be calm and respond when we need to, but in calmness. Like, it's not like like if somebody come towards us, or we're trying to protect ourselves, or in self-defense, it's like you don't want to be tight and anxious and everything. You really, the calmer you are, the quicker you can like move in martial arts. Okay. And so one of the first steps you have to do is create a calm before the chaos. You got to be nimble. You got to be flexible. You got to be able to move, you know what I mean, with the trend. And never make big decisions in emotional moments. If you don't have a strategy before the storm hits, the storm will make one for you. Okay. So take your time when things are quiet to plan your moves. Decide what you're going to do if the market drops, or if you're going to get scared. That way, when emotions rise, your plan is louder than your panic. The second thing you'll want to do is redefine risk. We got to redefine risk. Most people see risk as danger, but wealthy people see risk as the price of opportunity. You're going to have to take some level of risk. Think about it. And I'm not telling you to go crazy with risk. Okay. Manage your risk. But you can't get growth without exposure. Every great reward comes with uncertainty. So instead of asking, is there risk, ask, is the reward worth it? All you got to do is switch that up, and there you go. Not is there risk, there's going to be risk. Is the reward worth it? And if that's a no, you're taking too much risk. Okay. So that's one thing that can shift a lot of things for you. Now, the next thing is, and this is number 3, practice emotional neutrality. Okay. Neutral does not mean that you're numb. It means balanced. You're balanced. So if prices shoot up, don't lose your head in excitement. When prices drop, don't lose your peace in fear. The goal isn't to be necessarily a robot, although I kind of like being robotic with investing. I don't know. But really, it's to be rooted. It's to be rooted. Okay. You got to pause before you react. Breathe for a minute. Ask yourself, hey, is it logic? Is it emotion? Just know what it is. You got to have self-awareness with that, because the moment you can get in control of, and you can take a pause, even if it's for 5 seconds, you can kind of get back in control again. You can control your emotions, and you can control your outcomes if you can control that. Okay. So you don't need to be fearless. You just need to be focused with this. And focus comes from training your mind before the move happens. That's what practice is all about. And if you need more practice with this, then just practice. It's just that simple, right? And so, I want to say this. The crazy thing is the more I study wealth, the more I realize it's not just numbers. It is nervous system management. It really is, because your emotions are all over the place. And when that happens, your decisions are going to follow your emotions. I want to say something. Every decision you make usually is an emotional decision. And whatever logic you have brought into it is a logic to justify the decision that you're making off of your emotions. Okay. So you got to understand that, and you got to allow wisdom to live somewhere in there. And most people think that in order to become wealthy, you just need more information. But the real advantage is that you have to learn how to stay steady when everybody is spinning around in circles. That's it. And if you can learn how to master the space between stimulus and response, I'm telling you, your life is going to look a lot different, and you will not live in a life that that fear continues to control. So the plan is to get more regulated, okay? Because when you master your mind, you master your money. And once you master both, you're going to start living very, very intentional. Most people are not living intentional, they're living impulsive. And when you start to live intentional, that's when life starts compounding, okay? Not just your wealth and money, I'm talking your confidence, your peace, your purpose. The alignment is going to come, and you stop chasing freedom because you don't need to chase it, you're creating it. All right. All right. So, family, listen, if this hit home for you, please take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe if you have not already. We're going to talk more about wealth and mindset. I'm going to be doing videos all throughout the week, and I promise you it's going to change the way you move through life and money. Now, I want to hear from you in the comments. When it comes to money, what is your biggest fear? Is it the fear of missing out? Is it the fear of losing it all? Or maybe the fear of never having enough, never accumulating enough? Listen, drop it below, because the moment you name it, you start to take power back from it. And we want to hear, I want to see how you're dealing with this, right? And also, again, hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. If you got this far, then that means you probably liked the video. So please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and share this video with one person who you know needs it. All right. Now, there are links in the description. So we got some incredible resources down there. Our community link, if you want to grow with people who are serious about their goals, plus some educational programs and tools to help you grow your wealth IQ and become more financially confident and intelligent. That means you're going to make more money, right? And you can teach other people how to do it, like your kids, your grandkids, and the people around you. Come on, let's build the generational wealth that we know we can build. And of course, if you want to go deeper to program your mindset, master your money, and elevate your habits, that's what we do inside the 90-day health and wealth challenge. The link is down there also. Go take a look at it, and I promise you these resources will bless you. All right, family, stay wise, stay grounded, and keep building wealth the healthy way. I will see you in the next video.